What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lyndon Britt from successwithlyndon.com, also the founder of Home Run Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. And today on Tips with Lyndon, we're going to be covering continuing the topic of what we talked about yesterday of how to build a trust factor with your prospects. Now, yesterday we heard five ways that you can crush your competition in 2017 as we roll into it. And today we're going to roll right on into the end of that conversation where we pick up where we left off. And we're going to talk about how to actually build that trust factor with your prospects. All right. So these three things that I'm going to share with you are going to help you begin to get that trust factor, help you get those leads, those sales, those conversions for people that may be on the fence about things. It's to start to help you unravel some things and open up the eyes of a lot of people that are actually looking at your opportunity by building that trust factor. All right. So as you're hopping on here, let me know where you're viewing from. I myself is here from this sunny Dallas, Texas, enjoying this beautiful, wonderful, windy day. We are really enjoying these. I can't tell you how much I love these warm winters and everything, but let me know where you're viewing from. Number one, I love to be able to connect people that are in here. You never know the people that you meet when you're on the live, so I always ask you to introduce yourself. Let me know where you're viewing from, because you never know when you're right next to somebody that can become a very good friend, very good business partner, companion, or whatever else may be. And I love for people to connect on here as well. All right, my guy Kenneth is from Virginia Beach, man. Hey man, appreciate you hopping on this live today. All right, so if you happen to be watching it live, I thank you so much for attending me live. If you aren't able to watch it live and you're catching the recording of this, still let me know where you're from. All right, let me know where you're viewing from. I really appreciate it. I love to be able to connect with you, at least to give you a thank you for attending the live. Or and if you've never been on one of my lives before, my whole goal is to provide great value that you can begin to implement the things of what I'm sharing in your business and start to see growth and start to see results and start to see a change that's happening within you and the way you approach your business. All right, so just to give you a little bit about myself, a lot of people wonder when you come on these things, why should I listen to you? Let me give you a little bit of my story just to tell you about a little bit of my background. I won't go too far. I'll probably speak for maybe a minute. All right, so what happened to me when I was younger, my whole goal, as a lot of people, was to be able to figure out how I could make a lot of money. So I began working at age 16 years old. At 16 years old, I got my first job, and as I went into college, my whole thing, I was like, okay, I'm not making enough money as I'm going through college and work and stuff like that to get the money I want. So what did I do? I got a second job. Eventually, after college baseball and stuff like that, my goal was still to be able to become financially independent. So I ended up working 3 jobs until one day I fell asleep behind the wheel, literally less than about 10 seconds from my house. And I ended up driving right into a parked car, blessed not to have any injuries, but I was smart enough not to have car insurance. So I had to start all over. And for a teenager or early person going into the 20s, it's kind of a hard thing to do if you're not already established. So I had to start all over. All right? And it took a whole lot away from me until one day somebody introduced me to network marketing. I love what I saw. I absolutely loved the concept and how I could grow. But the difference was nobody actually showed me how to grow a business. It was all about how you can come in, and if you and tell your friends and tell everybody else and join this, get your friends and family, make a whole contact list. We'll have you making $5,000 to $10,000 before the end of the month every month. And my eyes just got big. I was lied to. I was misled because there was no direction beyond that point of how to actually grow a business. So I struggled for several years in marketing trying to figure out how I can grow a business. So I jumped from company to company looking for that one company that was going to help me achieve success in the manner of what I wanted to see. So when it didn't happen, eventually a couple of years ago, I was introduced into a thing they call attraction marketing, which is where I won't even go into deep, but I was introduced to attraction marketing, which has completely changed the way I approach my business and how I handle my business. And it's completely changed out. I began seeing success. I began seeing results when I began to implement the things that I was learning. And I finally began to understand what marketing was about. So the tools and techniques and a couple of things that I share with you are actually some of the things that I've learned along the way as I was introduced for these past couple of years of attraction marketing as I began to see its success. So today, one of the things you definitely want to learn is how to build a trust factor in the people that you talk to. In other words, your prospects, which was one of the things that I wasn't doing growing up. It was all about, hey, look at my business opportunity. Check out this, check this. You should join this business. You should do that, which is not actually gaining the trust factor. It's just being a pushy salesman. So today, let's hop into the content. I want to get right into this thing. I'm going to share with you 3 things 3 things in which you can begin doing right now to be able to figure out how you can begin seeing results by getting the trust of your prospects that you're looking at. All right. So first thing I'm going to ask you to do before we get started, hit that share button down. There's a lot of other people that need to see this, need to hear this. And there's a couple of things I'm going to share something with a couple of y'all that's going to be a great nugget, which made a difference in my business that could definitely help you all out with yours as well. If you know the value that I give, go ahead and hit that share button. If this is your first time on the live and you don't know the kind of information I give and you're not looking, wait till you get some value. If you get some value from this thing, hit the share button toward the end or when you feel you've achieved something that was worth hearing. All right. So let's hop right into this content. Number 1 way that you can begin building a trust factor with your prospects. Number 1, social proof. Social proof. Everybody wants to see the numbers. Everybody wants to see the proof that your product works, or that if they're joining the business, that they can actually make money with an opportunity and stuff like that. They want to see social proof. So how do you go about showing social proof? You can go show them, like people, whether it's on social media, whether it's on the internet, whether it's on stuff like that, and so show them, do some research, actually give them, see what I would suggest you do is create a blog giving, or create a piece of content. I won't even say a blog, create a piece of content, particularly about what it is that you're trying to market that shows social proof of why you're doing it, of why you're actually promoting that. Because nobody's going to promote something they really don't believe in, right? I hope you wouldn't. If you don't stand behind your product or your service, there's really no point in you doing it. You just might as well go serve something else. So what if you had a piece of content that showed what if you had a piece of content that showed someone that results they got? If it shows someone you see a lot of people that give social proof on a lot of weight loss, where they started and where they end. That's social proof. If you saw someone with the results of how I started in network marketing, or how I started in this company, and for the first year I only made maybe $300, and then I began to learn this, in my next few years I end up making over $30,000. That's a huge jump within a short amount of time for a lot of people. So that's social proof. That's one of the things that you can do, begin to show. So if you created a piece of content, so when somebody asks you, how do I know this actually works? How do I know that this company is going to help me do this? How do I know that this product is going to help me do this? And they say, you're going, hey, matter of fact, let me show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Check out this. And you can direct them to that piece of content that you created that gives them social proof. And they can begin to look and see those things that you said that your company does and can do for them. It's able to see it. And I would suggest you do it. If you do it with content like that, give them live links. I wouldn't necessarily go back to something. You can go back as far as, however many years back, just to show them, hey, this has been proven over a certain amount of time. This is the proof that's gotten. You're just now hearing about it, but there's been success with it. That gives you a little bit more leverage, because you show that, hey, this isn't something that we just started yesterday, and I'm telling you, you can get proof. This is something that's been happening for years. So if you have that piece of content, you can give them live links or whatever that can lead them to that content that will help them make a decision in your favor, to be able to help you with that sale commission or them joining your business, whatever, just to give them proof. And they have that back, and they can go. And number 1, that's another tool for them to be able to use should they decide to join you. All right. Number 2, this is going to be a big one for you. This is what I see a lot of people actually not doing. I see a lot of people in business not doing these things. Testimonials. And I want you to think about this. A lot of people, you think about church. I want you to get excited when I tell you about this. See, a lot of people think, okay, testimonies, yeah, okay. I want you to think about something. I want you, and I say this because of the type of church that I grew up in. I want you to think about going to the black church, the black community, African-American church. A lot of times, matter of fact, it's not even just African-American. It's just, like I said, this is where I grew up in, even going to other churches. And if they ask for a point where people got to give a testimonial, I don't know anybody too often that got up there with a testimonial that didn't end up in tears, that didn't end up in complete joy, or end up in complete excitement. Okay, understand this. When someone is given a testimonial, it is proof. That's more social proof, as a matter of fact, but it's living right in front of them. That is more proof that they have gotten a result from something that you have to offer. So say, for instance, think about church. When somebody has the mic and they start shouting, they're excited. It's whatever. It's joyous. It maybe perhaps it wasn't a shout, but it was something they've overcome. Like I've seen people that burst into tears because they have overcome cancer. Like, look, I've got a testimony. I was at some point, I was on the stage 1 at stage 2. I've got a friend of mine right now that's in stage 2 cancer, breast cancer, and she's fighting it. I have an aunt that conquered breast cancer. So guess what happens when they tell their story? It hits them at the heart. So guess what? They're in tears. It's not always just to jump around, but it's a testimony. What it does, that testimony, you begin to feed, that person begins to feed on the feeling and the emotions of what a testimony can do. What it really does, it gives that more proof. Now, testimonials can help you how? Say, for instance, you have a product or service that your business promotes, whatever it may be, and you can get testimonials about it. Now, this is where I see a lot of people go wrong. This is where I see a lot of people go wrong. People get testimonies still branding their company. This is going to be that nugget that I told a couple of folks about earlier. People give testimonials branding their company. Let me go a little bit in depth about this. You ask someone for a testimonial. Perhaps they use your service or they buy your product, and you ask them based on their result that they give you a testimonial. They give you a testimonial, and this is what I mean by branding their product or their service or their company. Hey, I took this product, I did this, so and so, I lost this much weight, so and so. Guess what? You just branded your product. Still understanding that product is available by several other people. I've got 4 friends that I know market one company, literally, and they're all good friends of mine. I can go to either one of them and buy the same product. Now, this is a difference between the testimony I'm telling you about and the testimony that you see from a lot of other people. When you get your testimonial, perhaps it was what you did. You want that testimonial based on the information or how you interacted with the person that got that product or service. So, perhaps if you got the testimonial, this person was talking about how you preferred a particular product, how you helped them get a certain service. Okay, perhaps, like I said, one of the things I do when I'm helping a lot of people that I do business with, I help them establish their website. I help them create banners for their stuff. Rather than them telling them about the site that I use and everything else, look, hey, Lyndon helped me create my website. Lyndon helped me create my banner. Lyndon helped me with this product. He referred the perfect product that worked for me. It was several products, but he informed me on several things that which I could do, but instead led me to the things that probably would have got me better results. So instead of just getting anything, I got what was referred to me, and I got whatever results. Do you get the difference? Rather than me saying, hey, I bought this product that did this, where they can go get anywhere, they might be able to go buy off the shelf for anybody else. They begin to help give testimonials about what you can do, what you have done. Now, let's take it a step further. Okay? Understand, testimonial, different testimonial. What if you were able to show that testimonial through a post or some kind of content that you may create? Now, I told you, matter of fact, this is one of the things that I ended up learning from one of my mentors that I found out about my business, and it made a huge, tremendous difference. Matter of fact, I'm doing some different things with my sites right now. But what happened, number one, if you didn't have your duplicated website for whatever company that you're marketing, you got your own website, and you got testimonials from the people that didn't mind being on video for maybe a minute, 2 minutes, or if they weren't comfortable being on the camera, hey, would you mind just writing me a testimonial? And a lot of people text nowadays. So what if you took a screenshot of that text of what a particular person thanking you for something that you did? And you were able to post those pictures of text message. You're able to post those videos directly to your website. So you got your social proof and your testimonial all in one, and it's visible to people that are looking at you for what you have to offer. Testimonials are powerful. You get the right testimony for a person that's looking for a particular result for something. Be like, look, why do you think you see so many people that have websites? When they send you to a particular link, a lot of times you'll see this on different business sites and stuff like that. They will have website, they'll give their information, a video about it, and down below it says testimonials. And if you scroll down, you can see 10, 20, 30 of them, and you may see an option that says see more. What does that do? That gives even more credibility to the thing that you're showing them. And if these testimonials are pointing at you, and you tell people, hey, matter of fact, go check, perhaps you can have a whole testimonial section on your website. Perhaps you can have a whole testimonial section on your website. So when people go to look and figure out, how do I know this works? How do I know I got results? What if you added a testimonial tab or something that somebody can click and they go and see testimony after testimony after testimonial about things that you have done, people you have helped, products you have referred, a service that you provide that's actually of value that other people have gotten results from. How many of y'all have testimony things on your site? How many of you have testimonial videos and posts on your site from people that you've helped? I don't see a lot of hands. Maybe just because I'm looking at my camera right now. All right, but I hope y'all got some value from that. All right, so that was just number 2. Let's get into number 3. Number 3 is what they call the bandwagon effect. The bandwagon effect. A lot of people are like, a bandwagon effect? That doesn't make sense. I want y'all to think about this. When you tell people they are bandwagon, are you bandwagon? What's particularly happened? They're jumping on the excitement of other people based on something that's already happened. Prime example right now, although a lot of people are not going to like this example because they hate this team for some other reason, what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys? Several years, people be like, are you a Cowboys fan? Yeah. Cowboys fan? Yeah. I'm a baseball fan, so I could care less what's happening with the Cowboys. Like I said, you see my slogan, my logo, I'm a baseball person, period. But so many people like, yeah, but with what's going on with the Cowboys record and how they're playing right now, what's wrong? What's happening? All of a sudden, everybody is Cowboys gung-ho. Oh, the Cowboys, oh, the Dallas Cowboys. Whoo, it's a bandwagon effect. So, let me check something, look at my notes real quick. What do you mean by hop on us? Okay, there you go. Bandwagon effect. So when you have this bandwagon effect, what happens when you have a result that you've got some outrageous numbers that people would probably die to have? Perhaps you created a funnel that got 50 to 100 opt-ins in one day. That's unheard of from a lot of new marketers. A lot of times it's some seasoned marketers that don't even get opt-ins like that. So what if you got some results from something and you shared it, and people were like, if 100 people opted into this, I want to figure out how you did it. Guess what? So now you've got somebody else that is trying to figure out what it is that you're doing to get the results that you're doing, and they want to know how you're doing it. Bandwagon effect. People begin to hop. So if you got that excitement, perhaps you made a lot of sales on a particular product or a service. Hey man, I've got so many people ordering this thing right now. I've actually got to cut this thing off. I can't accept any more clients. I can't accept any more. But when I dwindle down the people that I'm helping, I get this thing in order, I'll be accepting more people when I get a little bit off my plate. Guess what? You're going to have a waiting list because they're going to want to find out, why is it that he got 100, 200, 300 people getting this product, so many people getting this product or this service that he can't take anymore? I want to find out what he's doing. Guess what? Put me on the list because I need to find out. The bandwagon effect. If you got some great results, share them out. When people begin to see that other people are starting to do this, other people are starting to work with you, other people are starting to buy your product, or other people are starting to like your service, guess what they want to do? They want to try your service to see what this thing is all about. Bandwagon effect. All right, so those are your 3 ways that you can start building trust. Number 1, once again, just to recap, social proof. You want to be able to direct these people to something that they can actually visually see, read, or hear for themselves that gives them proof that whatever it is you show them, product or service, is actually a great thing and gives them a positive result. Okay? You want them to have social proof. I don't care where you take them. Number 2, testimonials. Not those testimonials that tell all about the product and what the product does and how the product helped them. You want testimonials of how you help that person, how you referred that product, how you help them with whatever service or whatever it is, because it brands you. It shows that you were the person that helped. So more people want to work with you because they feel if you help this person do this, you help that person, you help this person choose this, you help this person set that up. I want to work with you, not the product. Just a quick question, just kind of going there. How many of y'all seen something side by side? One of them may be $10, the other one may be $25. The exact same thing, and you're looking at it, and all of a sudden you choose the thing that costs more because it just seemed like it holds a greater value. It happens all the time. When you begin to brand yourself, in other words, what I meant by that is when you begin to brand yourself, someone else over here offers the exact same thing, but because you hold a greater value, they choose you. It's not about the product. Maybe they choose you because they're a greater value. Get that testimonial branding you. And number 3, the bandwagon effect. Share those results that get people wishing, be like, you know what, I want to know what they're doing. I'm going to hop on the bandwagon to find out what this thing is about. All right, so those were your 3 things to be and help you build your brand and help you establish trust with your prospects for 2017. Social proof, start to build a trust factor. If you show people what they want to see, they'll start believing the things you say. Hey, this person told me this and I found this out. This person told me this and I found this out. And you get that social proof that it's true. Point. Testimony. This person told me they would do this. This person, I don't know. Let me send them to this testimonial tab on my website. On my website. Not my duplicated company's website, on my website. Guess what? Testimony about you, and how you helped, and how you, check, put that check next to it. You building a little bit more trust? Bandwagon effect, boom, put it out there, get some numbers. Hey, I got some results with this, I got some results with that, I got some results with that. You know what? I'm getting so many results, I've got to slow this thing down because before I overload myself. Guess what? I want to hop on the bandwagon. I want to figure out what it is that you're doing. All of a sudden, they see other people enjoying you. Is building trust because they're like, if they trust him, I think I can trust him. You're building that trust factor. So you want to figure out how to build trust. Use those 3 different ways to build trust with your prospects, to build your brand in 2017 for better results, more sales, even more prospects looking at what you have to offer, as well as more conversions for those people that may be considering. All right, so if this was some value to you, I appreciate you hopping in here. Excuse me, choking on my saliva, my bad. Like, comment, and share. Remember, I told you, if this is your first time on your live, you just now watching this thing, if you got some value from it by now, hit that share button. If I gave you some value, go ahead, hit that share button. I appreciate y'all hopping in here. I hope you got some great value. Give me some likes, some comments. If you got any questions about something, even if it's how to put these things on your website. If you don't have your own duplicated, if you don't have your own website branding you, talk to me. Get in contact with me. Matter of fact, head over to successwithlinden.com. You can put a question in the question box. You can even send me a message here on Facebook if you like to, whatever it is. Let's get to going. And if you want to make your 2017 better than your 2016, it's time to stop doing the same things you did in 2016. Did you have your own site in 16? If you're telling me no, then it's time for you to get your site in 17. Let's get you up and running with your own site. We can talk about all the details when you contact me. I won't even go into details. But y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. It's time to do something different so you can have a better result. I've already made my first jump for this year. I'm excited to say this. Guess what? And I'll tell you what it is. I came off the overtime list at my job. I wanted to be able to have more time to build my business, but my job would not allow me that time off that I needed to be able to do it. So when I got home, I was tired. I was exhausted, and I couldn't do anymore. So I didn't really have the time. So I made jump number 1. I said, I'm off the overtime list. So now I'm going to use that time to be able to build my business even more, which means what? I'll be able to help more of you all grow your business the way I love doing it. If you love the value I give, you believe I can help you, shoot me a message, meet me over. Matter of fact, I'll put you'll be able to know the site. If you keep wondering, hey, what's that site? You keep going. You don't have to rewind it. Listen, I'll put it in the comment section. You'll know exactly where to go. If you got some value from this live, I appreciate you hopping on here. I have several more videos over at my fan page. If you hadn't been over there yet and seen a lot of other topics like the one we did yesterday, like 5 ways to be able to crush your competition in 2017, head over to facebook.com/LindenBritt2. All right, so you'll have a blessed and wonderful day. I appreciate you hopping in here. It's time for you to make your jump for 2017. Let's get it going together, and I will see you all over on the site or in my box, whichever one. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Appreciate you hopping in here. All right, y'all, I'll see y'all later. Time to dance it out. Up, we dancing out. Hey, appreciate y'all hopping on. And if y'all got any questions, let me know.